Follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body day. Okay, follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body moves. What's good?
Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
How's everybody doing this Sunday evening? So welcome to Lagos Traffic. We're here to entertain, enjoy this conversation that we about to have. Everything is what do you got to say? Oh, put it in here. Put it in here. I don't want to start rambling.
Ain't nothing wrong with rambling. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah.
We were here last Monday
Yeah.
because somebody had to pay child support, so he missed the Sunday show.
Who paid y'all?
You,
I don't got kids.
brother.
I do not have kids.
I was asking people, what was the last time, or what was the last movie you watched in theaters?
The last movie I watched in theaters.
And what year was it for you? I know it's probably like 3 years ago.
No, when did the second Avatar movie come out?
Oh, The Way of the Waters.
Yeah.
That's recent.
That was the last time.
You sat down for like 5 hours to watch that movie?
Yeah.
I felt like that movie should have given you like commercial breaks in between. It's a long. The first one was long.
I didn't like, but honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I enjoyed the first. I don't know why it's always like that. The first one was way better than the second one to me.
Yeah, it's a, and I think they should have made it into like a series. I think they would have had a lot more success breaking it down into like season 1, season 2.
I think a lot of movies
take it to Disney.
I think a lot of movies should turn towards making like series instead of doing like a part 1, part 2, part 3 like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do series, you get to explain things a lot more. You get what I mean? Like you get to go in depth of the story.
And then you get to paint different type of pictures.
Right.
You know, some people say don't ever read the book and go watch the movie because then the movie's going to be a big disappointment. But the movie has the ability to go off topic and go to a whole different, aspect.
Yeah.
That's to me.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of pressure of like taking, I don't want to use the word, dates to the movie theaters, but it's expensive to kind of like.
Oh yeah, a movie ticket is like what, $15-20.
You could get lucky with the movie tickets because you can go online and you can get you a deal, but when you get there, how much is like a little small popcorn? Like $25-$30. Yeah. And then you buy the candy for it. And this is the thing that kind of I think we put ourselves in trouble with, right? Because when we get to the movie theater, we tell the girl, get whatever you want. Right. But is that what we really mean?
No.
Okay, so let me.
We mean it, but we be thinking in our mind, we be thinking like, she's not going to try to break my pockets. That's what we're thinking. Like we really do mean. Yeah, we're hoping right? That she's not going to want to buy everything that she see. But what happens?
Oh my God. Let me get the now laters. Let me get the popcorn. Ooh, can you add an extra butter on it? How much is extra butter? $5. Okay, add extra butter. Let me get a slushie and then a large Coke. You mind if I do some nachos? Do you mind? Okay.
Go ahead.
They got a bar too. Do you mind if I get some to drink? Ooh,
yeah.
Let me get like a shot of. Y'all got Casamigos? Let me get like shots of Casamigos. Ooh, I love you. Thank you for taking me out.
And in your mind, you just thinking like
in your mind.
Outwards, you like, yeah, babe, go ahead and do it.
The bank app is texting you right now.
You looking at your phone?
Your phone.
Looking at your phone like, oh.
Your text. You got a text from your bank like you good. See, this is the thing about, I believe, certain people, because I don't want to just focus this on women. I think men also do it too. But when you try to take advantage of an honest working man's pocket or woman's pocket,
yeah, that's kind of messed up.
It's really it's really messed up. Yeah. What you can't do for yourself,
because if he genuinely likes you and he's really like trying to make it that you like him too,
yeah,
but
let's be real. If the shoes were on the underfoot, like let's just say society was like girls pay for everything, and then the girls is like, what do you want? and then you start just going ham. It's like a bag of popcorn is not what you buy at Kroger or at Publix or at some other store. You know, these movie theaters are designed to rape your pop. They're designed to take a whole bunch out of your pocket.
Yeah.
They're designed to just, you know, take as much as they can and give you as little as possible.
Right.
And that's why when people would always go to like the dollar store before the grocery stores, before the gas station, before they go into the movie theaters, I don't know, people kind of looked at them as being cheap, but why would I pay $10 for something I can get for $1?
That's true.
You know, is it all in the sense of like, are you trying to impress this girl that already knows what the value of both are? Because at the end of the day, the candy that she ate, if you would have brought it out of your pocket, she would have looked at you like, you cheap.
This cheap ass.
You cheap. Ooh, I can't stand cheap people like you.
After this date, I'm not gonna call him
And
back.
then after no day, she going to the bathroom.
No, she gonna finish the movie.
If you're taking out to go eat after too, she'll finish that dinner too.
It's after. It's after. That's when you don't get the call back. Let's get into some comments before we keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hey guys, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Scorpio?
Kev, you need to go see. You need to see Avatar 2. You probably won't be as impressed as Avatar 1 because I believe Avatar 1 was just a whole introduction of the avatars.
Yeah.
And they waited so long to do part 2 that you're like, for me, I'll honestly tell you, a little bit of the love that I had for Avatar kind of faded away. I was bored when I wanted to watch part 2. Now that I anticipated it, there's a difference, right? Whereas when remember the whole long wait for Game of Thrones, the finale, season 8, people were waiting for it, and when it came out, people were disappointed.
Yeah, I heard about
but people anticipated the last season of Game of Thrones. When Wakanda came out part 2, people were anticipating it until they heard about the unfortunate demise of Chad Boswick. But even when it came out, they were disappointed that, you know, the way it kind of went down.
It's because to be honest, I think a lot of things are disappointed because they be trying to get. Sometimes I think they be trying to get too deep. Like they trying to get too deep and trying to get all these underlying tones and everything inside the movie. And people really just go to the movie just to enjoy the movie.
Unless you are a fan of Marvel. Let me give you a quick story. I actually finish what you're saying.
I was going to say, I love Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I love Marvel to death. But sometimes I wish they just stick to the
what?
To the book, the comics.
No.
I wish that they stick to the comics.
Let me give you a quick
perfect
story.
Okay, wait, let me give you an example before you do the story. you know, what's his name? Thanos.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the movie, you know why he wanted to snap people away, right?
In the movie, I watched it. Yeah.
So, you know, he wanted to snap people away because he wanted to create more resources for people. That's not
he
really
wanted depopulation.
Right.
That's really right.
But that's not the truth. The truth is, when he was a kid, nobody liked him except one person. Death.
Okay.
She liked him, so she treated him well. He fell in love with Death. When he fell in love with Death, then I can't remember exactly what he did, but he did something where Death was like, I don't mess with you no more. So the only way Death gets power or gets, you know, energy is from souls.
When more people die.
Exactly. So that's why he wanted the Infinity Stones to snap everybody away so it can give her more souls. You get?
Yeah. I think the reason why he did what he did was because of society today, depopulation. I don't think they wanted to go on the comic storyline. They wanted to go a different way. But let me give you the quick story, and then I'm going to answer. We're going to get into the comments back.
Okay,
because
go ahead.
Jamie had a question about what is your favorite
vampire movie? Who?
So
I have vampire movie shows, but go ahead.
I think I'll go with shows more. I don't think I've watched a vampire movie in the movie theaters or actually sat down and watched.
Blade is a vampire movie.
I did not go to movie theaters to watch Blade.
But you just said movies. You didn't say movie theaters.
Okay, movie. Movie. So this group of people that wait for forever to watch. So there was a show that ended at 10 p.m. and then the new like the new Avengers. This
Yeah.
is the Avengers that Iron Man dies, right?
That Endgame,
Endgame.
right? Yeah, that's Endgame. That's
Yeah.
Endgame.
So as the people that just finished watching it are exiting, the people that are going to watch it are trying to enter, right? Because then the movie's about to play again.
Right, right.
So as one of these dudes is walking out, he says, Iron Man dies. Liar. They beat they
beat him up.
they beat him up. And you know what? The person that started the story, he says, I looked around and I was waiting for somebody to help this poor guy on the ground, but nobody felt sorry for him. They wanted to send him to where Tony Stark was. Can you imagine being that big of a fan and then within a second somebody just messes it up for you? Because you know there are big Avenger fans or big Marvel fans out there. My favorite.
Ooh, yes, Kev just nailed some.
Mine was actually True Blood. I love the show True Blood. It was a really good show on HBO, I believe. It was a vampire show, right? And it was based on maybe 10 years ago. So the graphics, even when you watch it right now on HBO, probably won't get your attention. But it was such a good show. It was just like all shows that I watched towards the end, they have a hard time wrapping it up. They don't know how to just put an end to certain shows.
I'm about to name one for you.
Okay.
The Originals.
Original.
That's shows wise.
Mhm.
It's the name of the show is called The Originals. If you've never seen it, I'll just say take a look. Movies, I would say it's between Underworld and Blade.
Underworld and Blade.
Underworld and Blade. Those are my two favorite movies. I remember when I was watching. I remember the first time I watched Blade in the movie theaters. I was like, I can't remember how old I was. I was like, I was young. I was real young. My godmother took me to go watch the movie.
Wasn't that movie rated R?
Yeah, that's why she had to go with me.
Because her daddy said, God forbid, I'm not going to take my son to
No,
watch this.
I think it was late. So my dad goes to sleep early. So
Kev, you need to watch True Blood. It is a great show, especially I believe season 1. I don't know when it ends, but 1 through 4.
I still have to get into it.
You'll like it. It's a really good show.
I started, but I haven't finished it. But I would say that when I went to go watch Blade in the movie theater, I saw the way these vampires were just coming out of nowhere. I told my godmother, I was like, let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. I can't watch it. No, I'm not doing this. Let's leave.
Please bring the
We
whole
left.
theater.
We left.
Well?
Oh yeah, we left the movie theaters. She was like, I thought you wanted to watch it. I was like, nah, I changed my mind. I can't watch it.
I'm
I
not
think we went
ready.
to go watch another movie.
I'm not ready.
I think we went to go watch another movie.
Because the smallest thing can scar you for forever.
Bro.
Right?
Yes.
Like the smallest thing, you watch a movie and then, like, you know, when we were little watching Chucky, like people used to be scared of this doll, but in reality, you're like 50 times bigger than this doll.
Well, look, I used to have some fears too when I was a kid.
No, I'm saying we all did.
Oh yeah,
but like when you get older, you look at Chucky like, there's so many ways I can kill you.
Kick him out the way, just like nigga.
I'll take you to the hood. They do a drive-by on you. Get an AR-15. They will tear you apart. But the fact that they were successfully able to have a doll scare the living crap out of people really, really worked for a very long time. Until now, I believe Chucky has almost become comedic. It's like a comedy.
Yeah,
He's no longer scary.
No. A lot of them are no longer scared.
No.
But I used to be really like these movies. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was a kid back in the day. But I used to get scared with the movies.
Really?
Yeah, like super scared. Where I'll be like, you know what? Let me go sleep with my mom tonight.
Sleep on my mom's bed.
Yeah, sorry. Sleep on my mom's bed.
Bro.
Sorry,
Exactly.
sleep on my mom's bed.
Please,
with her,
auntie,
with her in though. Because
there we go.
Because I was scared.
That was praying for.
Yeah,
that's gonna have your back if anything.
But in the middle of the night, she would carry me and put me back in the bed. And I would wake up in the middle of the night.
You roll right back.
I roll right back. One night, she was like, I'm not dealing with this. She locked her door. When she locked her door, I started begging. I was like,
I'm locked up. They won't let
She
me.
would answer. Do you know what I did?
You broke the door?
I called police.
Oh my God. I believe it.
I did.
What's your emergency?
My mom locked out her room.
We'll be there in a minute.
And they came.
Of course they're gonna come. Your mama opening up the door like, yes.
Yeah. We're like, we gotta just call. It's like, yeah, I called them.
Is everything okay?
Like, no, he kept locking me out her room. Man,
You got your butt whooped.
who? Yeah, I did. I ain't
Exactly.
gonna lie.
So how did you feel about Saw? The movie Saw.
Which one?
The first
Oh,
one.
the
It
first
started to get weird towards the end also.
Well, you know, there's a new.
Yes, exactly. It started to get weird towards the end. The first was this integral part of people that had done evil in life and they had to pay for their repercussions, right?
Yeah.
So then you hear his voice and this tape that tells you the stuff that you've done at. And then if you wanted to escape, you have to do this and do this and do that.
I remember the one with the I remember the one where he had like the thing strapped to his head, and it was tick.
Was that scary? Or was that a thriller? So
It was scary. I think it was more thriller than
Mhm.
anything. Like I just feel I think that people were like, oh man, I can't believe this is about to happen type thing. More
Yeah.
than I'm scared. I can't sleep at night. But man, that
The
was
Ring
crazy.
and the Blair Witch Project scared a lot of folks. Only Freddy scared me. Then I realized I was a kid. We
You
only
only
killed
killed
teens. I'm not into teens, so I was scared anymore. There you go, James. That's how you graduate from fear, right?
Yeah.
You realize that this person's not interested in somebody like me until like part 7 comes out, and now he's interested in women, and then you reinstate that fear that
Man, that junk would have me. Yeah. But no, I think that's how it was for me. As I got older, I was like, ain't nothing gonna happen.
What do you think in the same kind of like lane that we're in? I'm going to get off like 75 and ask you questions, so I'm kind of gearing off topic a little bit. What do you think is an appropriate amount to spend if you do want to take somebody out to like the movies and a date after? Like, I don't know if it might be dinner, it might be going to a museum, it might be anything, but what would you, as a working man, let's not talk about anybody that's like doing some stuff that you're getting easy money.
No.
You're not a dope boy.
To be honest,
You're not a scammer.
I don't think it depends on how much money. I think it doesn't really matter how much money you spend.
It's the vibe.
Yeah, it's supposed you guys are supposed to be doing something that you guys can both enjoy doing, and you guys get to know each other. You know, that's why
Respectfully, right?
right, especially for a first date at least.
Yeah.
I don't think money should be an issue. Maybe like when you guys are on like a couple of dates, you've already had a couple of dates under your belt, then you can start with the fancy stuff.
Now elaborate when you say money shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue for you, or shouldn't be an issue for her?
I don't think it should be an issue for anybody. Because, for example, if there was someone I wanted to, let's just say I wanted to take someone on a date.
Wow, Jamie says $50. $50.
She said that's what.
It's only a first date, not even a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it should matter.
Okay.
Like, I think it's all about, hey, do we get along? Because it's a first date. It's all about you getting to know each other. It's not.
Should men be able to spot these women that are only trying to get with them for what they can offer them at the time, and not trying to get to know them? In other words, you are a man that's worth $2 million, right? So like you, and you're very famous on Instagram also. So you have the girls in your DM, right? But you're trying to get to know a girl, but the girl's like, I want to go to somewhere that costs a whole bunch of money. You see that coming a mile away, right? Are you empowering more women to act a certain way when you agree to do this for them, instead of just saying, no, this is not the kind of woman I'm looking for. I'm looking for some. In other words, so you meet a girl and you take her out to Olive Garden and she looks down on you because Olive Garden is not what she considers worthy of a first date.
Right.
Is anything wrong with taking a girl to Cheesecake, Olive Garden?
No, I don't think. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Take them to the library. Jamie is on a roll right now.
Because let's be real. There are, for men and women, there are certain things you would do certain things for.
Man, yeah.
So when it comes, so basically, there are certain things a woman would. There are certain things that certain men don't have to do that you'll just be cool with.
Okay.
Perfect example. There's some guys that they don't have to take you to a luxurious dinner to get with you.
No, you're right.
And for some guys, there's some women out here that you actually say, you know what, I have to take her out on a date before I get with her. And then there's some that you could be like, just stop the crib.
Yeah, but those are the guys. Okay, and I'm talking about a guy that generally likes a girl.
Yeah.
And this girl, like we're not like we're sometimes we're 30, but we're not dumb, right?
Right.
When you're constantly hitting up a girl and she's not really responding back to you, you know you're the one
She's
putting
not
more work.
interested.
Exactly. But you're saying, let's just go out on a date. Let's just go out on a date. And she finally agrees to go out on this date, and she orders like a whole bunch of stuff, right? And then you stuck with the bill. Who's wrong? You saw it.
And she's only there for the food.
But like you,
No, I'm asking, is she only there for the food?
She's obviously not like she's not there to get to know you. If you had to
Then-
keep on.
Then that's on you. That's on the man, because you knew she wasn't interested, because when you were texting her, hey, how you doing? How was your day been? She didn't reply. But once you said, oh, I wanted to spend money on you, that's when she replied. You should have. That's on the man's fault. That's not her.
Well, Kev, I kind of understand what you're saying. You said you have to play, right? If you don't want to spend the money, then don't. And if you have a problem with it, then go with someone else. What I'm trying to say is, okay, a guy that's genuinely interested in a girl, right? His agenda is to have this girl have a great time.
Right.
So then he takes the girl out on a date. The girl already has in her mind, she doesn't really see anything with this, but she wants to go out to eat. As she sits there, she's ordering stuff that even, I'm not saying that she couldn't pay for it, because I'm pretty sure most of the females are going to say, I can pay for it. But you're ordering all this stuff expecting the man to pay for it. And you already know in the back of your mind that you don't want a future, or you're not really interested in this man. You're going out just to eat. And that's hurting a lot of these men that really, really like you. Like we both agree, you should have seen it coming, where you could have said that, this girl's not really into me. She's really into the money that I have. She's always asking to go out to go spend money. She's not really
spending any time with me.
Exactly.
Right.
Like if let's go to the Stone Mountain, let's go hike the mountain. She has a problem with that. But if I say, when she suggests let's go do something, she wants to go to like an expensive restaurant, sit down and eat a whole bunch of stuff. And because it's my money, right? We men, regardless of how we get the money, if you're smart enough, you know how to treat your money, because it's the same money that you're going to have to use to cover your bills. Whereas a woman looks at you like, and it could be the other way around, because then there's some sugar mamas out there. There's some women out there that men are taking advantage of by, their own way.
Well, I'll even say this, and this is true. Women, I'm not saying all women, but there are women out there that look at men as a financial source.
Yes. And
the same thing can be opposite for men. There are some men that only look at women as sexual object. So, it's kind of like 2 in 1, in the sense of women look at men a certain way, and men look at women a certain way. We just don't think the way that the other looks at us is right, but it's okay for us to look at the way. I'm trying to spin words that have me fumbling, but basically, it's okay for us to think the way we think, but it's not okay for others to think the way they think.
Right.
Basically.
And Lou says that she's wrong, but you need to be prepared as a man either way. If she doesn't end up ordering a lot, you're right, but you've already covered the most important part, which is she's wrong. And that's the part. I want you to picture your dad taking you out to go eat. Would you order all that stuff with your dad, expecting your dad to pay for the bill? And your dad is way more comfortable with you, so he can go ahead and open his mouth and say, what the heck are you doing? Why are you ordering all this food? So, and you have that man sitting there, especially I'm going to emphasize on, these are men that are making an honest living, right? They're making honest money. They're 9 to 5. They have their money, their stuff together, but they're interested in you. They ask you out, and then you decide to abuse their wallets.
I think if you're not attracted to somebody, you shouldn't ask them out. If you don't want to, if all you want to do is use a person, like if you can't sit down and say, you know what, this person is actually a cool person, maybe let's try this, maybe a relationship can come of it. Boom. But if it's all about, let me just use this person for sex or for money, either one. If it's just about using somebody, because all you're doing is using that person's energy.
And you're wasting that person's time.
Yeah, so if that's what you want to do,
that person's feeling.
That's what you want to do. I would say just stay away from the person.
Yeah.
Don't keep trying to what's the word? Engage or try to what's the word I'm trying to think of? Entertain. Thank you. Entertain these people when you know you don't want anything. Basically you don't want what they want.
You want what you want.
You want what you want. They may want a relationship. You just want a free meal, or you just want sex. If that's the case, stay away from them.
You want your bills paid.
Right.
Jamie made an excellent point where she says the term wife, husband has been thrown around so much by people that aren't married that now some of these single women are expecting the wife treatment without putting in wife work, and vice versa. You hit the nail.
That's true. Coffin. That's true.
When you go out and you almost hear the term, that's my wifey, that's my hubby, but they're not really married.
Not only that, they're doing they expect people to do wifely duties or husband duties for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. That's I'm not going to treat you like my wife if you're not my wife. And same thing, if you're not my husband, I'm not treating you like my husband.
True.
It's supposed to. That's why I do believe people should be dating with intentions.
Josh says that men have to be more selective when they're choosing women that they want to take out on dates. Now, I agree 100% with that, but I all have to give you the loophole, which is there could be a man that's selecting a woman that he does find attractive and interesting, and she doesn't feel the same way towards him. Now, this is a part that I wanted to say in the beginning. You should be able to read that in the beginning and just cut it off. There's a difference between you fighting for somebody that has an attraction towards you. There's always going to be that girl that you like. She likes you, but she's playing hard to get. Those are not the girls I'm talking about. I'm talking about
it. Don't play hard to get.
No, the hard to get is a game. We men, we love it. We don't try to take that away from. The cute. No, I'm busy. She wants you to fight for her worth.
But if you go in months and months with it,
then you need to cut it out.
You need to cut that out, man.
I'm talking about some weeks. I like that. I like the resistance. I'm busy, but she got nothing to do. So
she in the bed with her rollers in there, with her bonnet on,
and a rose. It's not a flower. And she's done talking to you. Listen, that hard to get, that woman that knows that. If I open up this door for you, you're not going to waste my time, right? You're not going to waste my energy. You're going to be worth it. And they want to study you too. They don't want you to give up so quick, right? So that when they do open up this door, it's worth it. That's different from the women that are going to open up the door. I have a question.
Yes, sir. So when they're saying, when a woman says, mind you guys aren't dating yet.
Yes.
But she's saying, leave me alone. Stop. Mm-hmm. Do you know if it's real or fake?
The way she says it. And she says, leave me alone, stop.
You better leave her.
Bro, put her in the Uber and send her home. She's not interested. If it's that, no.
Stop. It's the cute. It's when she gets all cute. Stop.
And then when you stop, this is ultimate cue, bro. Let me give you the key. The ultimate key is when a girl says, you always playing. That's how you know. That's how you know.
You play too much.
You play too exactly. That's how you know that that you are good. Because when they say, actually, they don't even say, listen, it's two ways to say no and stop. They don't say the no and stop when they're serious. This is exactly what they do. What are you doing? And they give you that look that shuts down any hope any aspirations, all the prayers you had that something was going to go down that night. What are you doing? And then you on that side of the couch and she on the other side, even though y'all under the covers.
No, but there are times where y'all can be mad at each other and you just come up and you just play with her and she stop.
That's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about is y'all go sit down and start watching the movie. And she stayed like she's like on one side and she started to get closer, like, oh, I'm cold. And then she started getting closer. And then she said, you ain't cold? And you're like, oh yeah, I guess I'm cold. And you put your hands like somewhere around and you touch her thigh. And then she be like, she kind of moved it a little bit. You'd be like, oh my God.
That's why men are more forgiving than women.
It's about to go digital.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make this all about men and women, but men are more forgiving than women. Because when you make a man upset, he's only going to be upset with you for the most maybe
why
a day.
Do we have to carry that
Maybe
energy to be upset for that long?
We should be asking women, why y'all be angry for so long? Why do y'all want to make us hurt for so long? Like, it happened 2 months ago. I still haven't forgiven. Like,
and then when you remind them, it's a You could be at Costco like a year ago, and then there was a girl that walked past, and her ass was like, and she saw you look, and then it's like 5 years later, you sit in Costco, you about to go buy something. You like, baby, where you going? You like, baby, need some water.
No, she be like,
you can go look at that girl booty.
No, she be like, baby, where you going? Oh, I'm going to Costco. Oh, so you can go look at that girl booty, huh? Like,
you got to put the I guess.
Well, tell her I said hi. That's how they can get that petty. Be like, tell her I said hi.
You don't even
since you want to go to Costco and you didn't invite me. So is that what this is? Because I didn't invite you? Well, come on.
I don't want to go. Like, you want something from Costco? Bring me a pizza, nigga.
or I don't want nothing. And then when you bring your stuff back,
yeah.
So you're not gonna give me? You didn't get me nothing. You didn't ask for nothing.
See, this why I don't like your ass. You know they snapping right after that. They snapping on you right after that. Even though they deep down, you know what I know about women? They love to say that you ain't shit. You this, you that. But when it comes down to it, that's mine.
Oh yeah, they when they love you, they love you.
Like, that is mine. That whole saying, my man. I think it was a whole bunch of people put it on their Instagram at one point. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine.
No. When they love you, they love you. That's
so. The other viral thing that I saw was this woman that was they took her to Cheesecake Factory and she didn't want to get out the car.
I saw that.
She said cheesecake was below her. Can you name me one place that has better cheesecake than Cheesecake Factory? I will wait. Don't tell me all these other exclusive places that sell like gourmet cheesecake.
Piece of cake.
They sell cheesecake?
It's a type of cake.
No, I said I specifically, just like me asking who makes the best SUVs, and then you go ahead and tell me a fucking Tesla.
The SUVs,
it's not a real fucking SUV, bro. It looks like an SUV. It's not an SUV. It's like a car that you just put an air in it and it just blew up. It's like a cartoon car. Now, those are the butterfly doors. Shout out to the Teslas with the butterfly doors.
Yeah.
My homie got one of those, and I seen him pull up with it one day. I'm like,
oh, sorry. Kevin is asking your name. This is Tim. This is Tim.
Yes, sir. So we had a situation where we kind of, even you and I do, where we go down memory lane and we see where we've come from.
Yeah.
Right. So we came from, I remember when you were driving, I've been through
a Honda.
Many cars that you've driven through. That green Corolla.
I did have a green Corolla. No, but I started off with the
Honda.
With the Honda.
The gold Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then I got the paint. I got the car painted to
pink.
No, it was a pink. It was pearl.
It looked pink.
It was pearl.
You know what
bro.
I call it?
What?
Rose gold, brother. That's what it was. He looked like a scamming pastor driving down everybody's neighborhood.
It was.
And then he had a Corolla.
And then I had some rims that Honda too.
Then you had a Corolla.
Then I had a Corolla.
You had a Honda.
Yep. Then I went back to a Honda.
Then now you got your car right now. Don't say your car name right now in case people trying to.
They already know.
They know what kind of car
the Jeep.
You got the Jeep.
Yeah, I got tired of cars.
And you kind of almost see how you've elevated from life back then to where we at right now.
Yeah.
And when you talk about your elevations, can you still go to H&M shop?
Unfortunately, nah,
Why not?
because I don't fit.
Welcome to the truth.
Because I don't fit.
He said, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, I don't
I
fit.
can't.
I don't fit it no
I
more.
can't.
I had a shirt in my closet, and I was like,
Timothy, no, it's Rotimi. It's Nigerian.
yeah, it's Rotimi.
Rotimi.
I call him Timothy though.
I don't know why he calls me Timothy. Timothy, let me talk to you. Timmy. That's how Nigerians say it. Can I speak to Timmy? Ghanaians, the doctor wants to see Timmy.
Timmy.
So the girl didn't want to get out, but she says Cheesecake Factory
Is below her.
is below her.
Yeah.
And have we reached that point where it's going to get to the point where guys are just not going to give a damn anymore, and they're just not taking girl out, period.
Yeah.
It's meet me at the park, let's we get to know each other, or we get to know. Now you see, the thing that gets me is when we have girls that are operating like this, you girls get mad when we bring up the Netflix and chill, because the Netflix and chill is, I can still order the food that you want, but it's going to be the food that's going to just fill you up. In other words, you can't say, I'm this appetizer, and I want to try this, and let me get like 5 shots of Casamigos. No, it's going to be, you can come through, here's the menu, let me know what you want, I'm going to order it, I'm going to pick it up, I've already bought the bottle from Kroger, Alizé, $15.99. But you buy something that's more moderate within reasonable, because you're the one that's spending the money, and you want to be smart with your money.
Right.
But then she says Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, Applebee's,
It's below her.
Chili's, Old Charlie's, Red Lobster. What am I missing? TGI Friday, Benihana's now. These restaurants that when we were growing up.
Yeah. No, when we were growing up, those were to go to the Cheesecake Factory,
Copeland's,
to go to the
Longhorns, PF Chang's. They consider PF Chang's like a McDonald's now. You can take a girl to PF Chang's. You can take them to Cheesecake Factory. And I'm still asking you on these comments, tell me who has, and I think Copeland to me has better cheesecake than Cheesecake Factory. But let me know if you've ever tasted cheesecake that is hitting way better than the Cheesecake Factory.
Miss Scorpio 29 said there's a restaurant in downtown Brooklyn called Junior's. They got some.
Is this the same Junior's that Diddy did on Making the Band, where he made them walk all the way to Junior's in New York to go pick up the cheesecake? If that's the same cheesecake, I agree. I flew to New York one time. I tried the cheesecake. It is the truth. But I think Junior's is really known for their cheesecake. But Cheesecake Factory, they have food there too, right? Like you can sit down to bring bread.
Yeah.
You could be broke, and you can, like, if you take a girl on a date, she can order whatever you want. You can just keep on eating the bread.
But you know what? I
just don't share the bread.
I don't think it's about the restaurant. I think it's about how much money you spend it.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Why have we reached that? Why have we gotten to that point in a society where if you're not spending this amount of money, then you're not worth my time? To me, that almost seems like it's a transaction,
right,
between a man and a.
But
did I use that word?
A woman?
No, a man and the P word, like a
night walker?
Yeah, a worker,
sex worker,
a sex worker.
Yeah,
where you are saying, "I'll take you to go eat," and she's saying, "Well, you can't take me to these cheap places." And I say, "Okay, I'm going to take you to an expensive place." And then at the end of the day, your bill is probably like $500. And now she's willing to now accept the fact that something's going to go down. Whereas if you took her to the Cheesecake Factory, you had a great conversation. The food was good. It wasn't great. Let's keep it real. Even some of these really expensive places, their food is not great. You're only paying, Noble, the really expensive place that they finally opened in Atlanta. And I believe when it first opened, my wife and a couple of friends were trying to make reservations. And at the time when it opened, the wait list was for like 6-7 months. And then people actually got there, they ate the food, and they said the food was it's okay. They've had better. You ever been to these restaurants where they serve you lobsters like this little, mashed potatoes is like this little, and your bill come out to be like $300?
You see, that's crazy, because why does it matter how much the food costs? Long as the food is good.
Why doesn't the man just give the $300 and say, "Come to my crib"? What's wrong with that?
Might as well.
No, I'm asking a legit question because
Because there's no.
he wants to get to know you. You want to rape. You want to take his pockets. I'm sorry, I said rake. It's
Okay.
rake Nigeria. And
Oh,
then the
okay.
turn, and then it sounds like the P word. So you're trying to take all that you can from him, right? He just wants one thing that you can honestly tell him, no, you're not worth it, or yes, you know what, I would like to get to know you better.
My thing is, if you can't afford it yourself, you can't. You should expect me to take you.
Miss Scorpio says she wouldn't mind going out on a date at one of those places. I hope the people in the comments are actually really talking and not just saying this because on social media, even when you go to the Cheesecake Factory, you go to some of these places, you don't see the same crowd that you used to see. But when you go to these exclusive restaurants that are expensive, there's a wait list. There are a lot of people waiting to be seated because they want to go to these places. Oh, and what's up with women always want to show their food and put on their Instagram, but they're not the ones paying for it. The guy that's paying for it is the one that has to sit there and just wait until.
Well, I think that's another
Aesthetic.
Yeah, that's for likes.
Yeah,
People do all that stuff for likes, and sometimes I guess they don't want it to be known that they're being funded. You know, but going back to even what you were saying about being transactional, there are a lot of people there. I think it's like that because both men and women have made it transactional.
Yeah,
Women
who initiates it? If you're saying I want to take you out, and then you're the guy that says, "What do you think about the Cheesecake Factory?" and her response is, "Oh my god, Cheesecake Factory. You can't think about something." And then you're like, "What do you have in mind?" And she already got it loaded in her notes. She was waiting for you to ask that question. So, what do you have in mind? She just loads like 5 in a row.
Because she was already thinking about
She had already saved them. She was waiting for you to ask. And then you ask that question. She sends you all 5 restaurants. None of these restaurants have less than $50 per plate.
Well, if you accept that's on you.
Bang, you hit it right there. That's the part that we need to help our brothers at in realizing if a woman sends you 5 restaurants and they're all super expensive, what does that tell you? Is she trying to get to know you, or is she trying to get to know that Gucci wallet you got back there?
Most likely the wallet, but
we men, we want to impress. We still want to keep going. That's just our ego.
But not only that, some men just don't mind that type of chase. Some men don't. They will spend their life savings. Because think about it, there are men out here that, especially in Atlanta,
especially
on the weekends, they go rent out the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, and pull up to the club and rent it out clothes and then rent it out vehicles
and do VIP
and maybe borrow their friends' change.
No, they return everything and they back and say somebody
got robbed.
Somebody stole their information. That's not them. They wasn't at the club.
Right.
That wasn't them.
So
the Enterprise $500 exotic car, it wasn't them either. And then the best, sir, we have you on social media.
We have you on surveillance.
Yeah, we have your phone was at all these locations.
Yeah, we pinged it.
And then that person results to like ramen noodles for like 5 months, trying to pay everything back. Women put this real big expectation on men. Men just want one thing, which women don't know what it is. So we can say no, but I feel like some women just rather take advantage. I won't use the word punish, but they want to take advantage of a simp, a man that they know has no chance of getting with them, but let me tap his wallet and see how much I can get away with until he gets frustrated and he moves on to somebody else.
Yeah, but you also have to say that a lot of men, that's what they provoke this type of stuff. Where they meet you, the first thing you lead it with is your money. If the first thing you leave it, if you lead it with your money first, then that's just like, perfect example. If someone comes to me, if I'm walking down the street and I got on a big chain, everybody look at it and be like, dang, look at that big chain got on.
Let's go rob me.
Exactly. So really, who's at fault?
You exposed yourself. You're right. But those are not the gentlemen I'm talking about. I'm talking about gentlemen that are out there trying to start a family. They see a girl that they're interested in, and because of what the girl has seen on social media and what she's, kind of observed with people around her, she's like, oh no, I deserve this and I deserve that. Then what does a man deserve? Why does a man's expectations and what he deserves and what he's worth just diminishes because you're the woman and you're supposed to come first? It's a partnership, right?
It is.
So whatever you need, I need. Whatever you want, I want. Everything, and I do believe longevity starts with appreciation, right? So if I with all my heart, I appreciate you, just like I appreciate my wife, I appreciate my mom, I appreciate my sisters. So there's nothing that they can do that can really tarnish that foundation that we built, right? But if I was always taking advantage of you, say your parents worth like $200 million, and every time we go out, I expect you to pay. Every time we went to vacation, you were the one that paid. You rent. I never brought anything to the table, right? Then what is my value to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
If you're able to build something that's truly a foundation, then there's a greater appreciation. You see somebody that you know is a hard worker. You guys go out on a date. There's nothing wrong with staying within a reasonable budget and building from that, because then the guy's going to appreciate you a lot more. Right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
He's going to say, you know what? True. This girl that I took out, the conversation probably wasn't all that. We're working towards that. That's what getting to know somebody's all about. Yeah. The first rodeo won't be, it's not always going to be great. Shout out to the people that can go on the first date and everything just goes splendid, right? Everything is just on point. But men, no matter how gangster he is, no matter how successful he is, no matter how confident he is, we all get that mind butterfly when we're looking at somebody that we adorn. Like, we really care about this person, and we're sitting down in front of this person, and this person looks good, smells good. Everything about this person is just on point. There's a little butterfly that kind of just goes, back and forth until you guys get comfortable. And that probably won't be on the first date.
No,
it'll probably be on date number two, date number three. Exactly. The foundation is what builds an appreciation that we didn't start off. We started off at the Cheesecake Factory, but look at where we at right now.
But it's not saying that you should just date anybody that comes up walking up to you. No, at least have some sort of chemistry, some sort of attraction to this person. If you don't see, if you're not attracted to the person, don't waste the person's time.
And don't take from the person's. Don't take advantage of the person. I should start saying that instead of rake.
Yeah.
Don't take advantage of that person.